Have you ever heard of mobile music distribution? No? Well, that's because it's not a thing. Until now. DistroKid just released a game-changing app for the music industry. In fact, I don't know about you, but I can literally run my entire business through my phone. I can send invoices, I can respond to messages, I can upload videos. I mean, like 99% of my generation and the generation under me are doing everything from their phones. In fact, I even have my cards attached to my phone, so if I lose my phone when I'm traveling, it's a nightmare. But we haven't been able to release music yet through our phones, which I think is a really interesting topic to talk about. So DistroKid, like I said, just released a mobile music distribution app, and in that there are so many features, including the release of music, which I think is really cool. But there's some other features that I think that I will definitely be using in the near future. One of the features that I want to talk about is the fact that you can actually add lyrics and adjust lyrics to your already released songs, which is huge. I think that lyrics are incredibly important. I personally love looking up the lyrics of other artists' music, and I really want my lyrics to be attached to my music. So every song that I release, I try my best to attach the lyrics to it. But sometimes I forget, and I realize, when I'm not in my studio, not by a computer. Well, that's not a problem anymore because I can do it from my phone, which I think is sick. This is super applicable to someone like me who typically gets the work done, but it's not always right, in the sense that very often a classic Jacob Restituto mistake would be to have a spelling error, when it's usually brought to my attention after the fact. So that being said, when I'm on the run and I get a message saying, hey, you misspelled the word blank, whatever the word is, well, I can adjust it and fix it right from my phone, which I think is huge. Or if I forget, like I said, to put the lyrics up, I could put it on from my phone. Huge thing. Especially because a lot of the lyrics are on my phone in a notes app from when I'm recording. I'm like, have it in a notes when I'm recording. I just literally copy and paste it right to the app, which I think is cool. Another feature that I could really see myself using often is the Hyperfollow links, which I think is really cool because what it does is it creates a specific link for your specific song. So for example, I just released a song, but my soon-to-be baby, very excited about that. It's called All My Life, and in that I could literally click the Hyperfollow link and show people, for example, what the song is. I could send them to Spotify. I could copy and paste the link, so if I wanted to send it to somebody, that I think is super useful, especially because if you want to send specific songs to specific people, or if you're playing a show or something like that and somebody's like, hey, what song is that? You could send them literally the link right there, which I think is a really cool feature. You could email it to people. Just all around, I think the Hyperfollow link is a really cool feature to get your music out there. I mean, you could even include it, for example, in the bio of your description of things, like on your Instagram or your TikTok or something like that. And as you change your music, or as you release new music, you can actually change your Hyperfollow link. All around, I think that's a really cool thing to have accessible right on your phone. There's a lot of features on this. I really have appreciated about DistroKid is they're always at the forefront of the industry. Always. I've been using them for years. At this point, I've been releasing music for 9 years at this point. I think I've been using them for probably about 7 years, give or take. One of the reasons I went to them is because they were so innovative with some of the stuff that they've been doing, and I really appreciated it. In fact, they were doing things that none of the other distributors were doing, and I wanted to do the things that they were doing. For example, like another example would be like with TikTok. They were the first people to get your music on TikTok, and I wanted my music on TikTok, so it was a huge factor. That was more recent. I had been using them prior to that, but I really liked that. Or the unlimited music distribution was huge. As somebody that releases pretty much a song a month at least, give or take. There was periods where I was doing a song a week. The unlimited music distribution is phenomenal because it gets expensive to pay per song to release. But that being said, another feature that I want to talk about is the IRSC code. I randomly find myself needing the IRSC code, which if you're not super familiar with music and releasing music, it's something you should familiarize yourself with, is a specific code that attaches your song to a number, essentially, just like, a barcode or the library code when you go to the library. And every once in a while I find myself needing it, and it's kind of a pain to find if you don't have it super accessible. You have to go on your computer, you have to log in. But the fact that it's now right on your phone is, I think, a really cool time-saving aspect. It's a little detail, but as somebody that tries to manage my time very well, I think the little details in life like that are the ones like perfect. I love it. So there's a lot of whole other features, like you can edit the metadata if there's something wrong, or you can edit or change who did things on the track, like the collaborators or the people that did the music and stuff. So I really think that's really cool. I really admire them that they came out with an app. And then on top of that, you can release music. If you want to do it right from your phone, you can literally release the song from your phone. It just makes everything so accessible. So all that being said, I think it's a really cool app. I really admire DistroKid for being, again, at the forefront of the industry, and I personally use them for the release of a lot of my music. So with that, there's a link down in the description where if you want to save 7% on your first year subscription and you're not already subscribed, definitely consider checking out that link. Again, shout out to DistroKid, really big fan of what they do, and go check out their app. Oh, P.S. one little caveat, the app is currently only on iOS, so if you're an iPhone user, go download it. I don't believe it's available for Android yet, but I assume probably, just because again, they're at the forefront of the industry, it will be soon. So go get the app.